Hello everybody, my name is Scott Soha. I'll be your instructor for SCMT 335 Emergency Management Homeland Security this semester at Franklin. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a 17-year CPD Columbus Police Department veteran, currently a sergeant in the Vice Section. I also instruct here at Franklin University, different courses for law enforcement and emergency management. Also a cadet instructor at the Central Ohio Technical College in Newark, Ohio, and that's a basic police academy. It's a 6-month program, and after that program these cadets will be certified in Ohio as police officers. And that ranges from anything from laws, defensive tactics, training, driving, and other police functions. And like I said, it's a 6-month course, and the end goal is certification. Got my bachelor's degree in Homeland Security and my master's in Justice Administration, both from the Tiffin University. So I bring a pretty good background of experience as well as education, and I'd like to forward that all on to you. Down at the bottom of the screen is my email addresses, scottsoha@franklin.edu or ssoha@columbuspolice.org. Either email will work fine. Also below that is my phone numbers, and my office hours are Wednesday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. or as needed. If you do reach out to me, either call or email is fine. I usually respond immediately if I can, and I usually give my students up to an hour. If you do not hear from me within that hour, go ahead and either call or email back. SCMT 335, the Intro to Emergency Management and Homeland Security, is a pretty basic course that provides introduction to emergency management and homeland security. And we'll go through that from a historical standpoint. We'll also analyze emergency management and how it functions throughout the nation. We'll talk a little bit about disaster planning, disaster management. Those are both fluent and change when needed or as needed. There's a couple of Homeland Security presidential directives that we'll go over. We'll also look at some of the Homeland Security agencies that now exist. We'll talk about NIMS, the National Incident Management System, and NRP, which is a National Response Plan. All this, as I said, is very fluent and changes, as needed or as the Congress sees fit. We all know what happened September 11th, 2001, and that has changed our Department of Homeland Security greatly. Congress pushed through a Homeland Security Act in an effort to protect our borders. And this was a 484-page document, and it was the biggest change to our federal government in over 50 years. Most notably is it took over 20 federal agencies and combined them into a single entity. And also, the importance of emergency management and homeland security, depends on current threat levels. And as I said, 9/11 brought the word terrorism into our household and became a household name. So this will be a basic class that introduces you to many techniques. It'll involve basic lectures. We'll show some videos, and we'll use a lot of tabletop exercises to help you understand what it takes to plan for disasters and disaster management, and also tabletop exercises to introduce you to NIMS and how the nation has adopted one standard national response plan during the majority of incidents. So every agency from the state to our local agencies all the way to our federal government will all operate the same way during these disasters. So every person involved will know exactly what to do and how to handle that situation. I'm going to talk about our class sessions and when we meet. The majority of this class will be in-house on campus, and our sessions will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. We'll be in room 302 of Fisher Hall. Fisher Hall is going to be located at 300 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. Also, throughout this 7-week session, we're going to have 2 online meeting sessions. The first one will be Tuesday, September 18th. The second one will be Thursday, October 18th. And those times will be to be determined. We'll get together as a class and figure out which times will work best that everybody can meet. It is very important to get to both in-class sessions and online sessions. For the lecture, the videos, and the tabletop exercises. Online sessions will be discussions about current strategies, or you may get an example that you have to work through online. And as always, call or email to let me know if you're having problems making class or have a need to miss one class, as we will talk about our class policies later in this session. Class policies. We have several class policies to make this an efficient and meaningful session for each student. As I said earlier, the classroom meeting sessions are mandatory. Attendance will be taken at each session, both in campus and online, and 3 or more unexcused absences will result in a failing grade. Students are expected to keep up with all their class-related emails, assignments, and discussion boards, and students are expected to keep up with information posted on our class-specific Blue Quill tab. As I said, must attend both the online sessions and interact with the student or instructor. Interaction is key and mandatory. Academic dishonesty and Franklin's Student Code of Conduct will be reviewed. There should be absolutely no academic dishonesty in any form. It will not be tolerated in this class. Aside from the unethical behavior this constitutes, the penalties for this are severe. And the policy on academic dishonesty can be found in the Academic Integrity section of the Franklin University Academic Bulletin. And note that I am professionally and ethically bound to report all instances of academic dishonesty. All assignments given will be due at the end of each week on Sunday at midnight, and there will be no late submissions due to the fact that all assignments will be graded on Sunday, which gives you the entire week to take care of and finish all assignments. And finally, a note for all graded work in this course: scores for work can only be appealed by attaching a typed hard copy justification to the assignment in question and handing it to me in person no later than 1 class session after the assignment was returned or scored. I will review your request, and a final decision regarding any score judgments will be made. No grade appeals will be considered that do not follow this procedure or that are submitted past this deadline. And as always, you can call or email me with any issues. There are several help options that Franklin offers to assist in any technical issues you may have during this semester. If there's any disability services that might be needed, you can either call 614-797-4700 or email accommodate@franklin.edu. One great website that Franklin offers for help desk tickets, anything computer related, your passwords, email, or any Blue Quill questions, you can click on the link franklin.edu current students, student services, and technology support, number 2. Also, number 3 shows our library tab, franklin.edu/library. You'll be using that tab a lot. I would bookmark that because most of your readings will come from our library. Number 4 is Franklin's Testing, Tutoring, Workshop, or the Student Learning Assistance tab. Pretty much offers the student anything you may need to help you get through this class or any other class here at Franklin. And number 5 will be your Blue Quill student overview. If you're new to Blue Quill or you have any questions while using Blue Quill, you can type or click on number 5 there, and it'll give you an interactive YouTube video that you can watch for pretty much any topic or discussion that you may need to help support your academic learning. So there are very many help options that are available to you, and I would highly suggest that you bookmark at least 2, 3, 4, and 5 if needed. Let's talk about the Adobe Connect Online that we'll be using for our 2 online meeting sessions this term. In the middle of the page, the myfranklin.franklin.edu/FACDEV will be this class's link to the Adobe Connect Online for our online meeting session. As I said earlier, these 2 sessions are mandatory. I recommend that you click on that link at least 30 minutes prior to our meeting session, if not earlier, and see if you can get set up and online. Once you click on that link, if your computer does not have the Adobe Connect add-on that is needed, a pop-up box will show where you can download that, and you go ahead and download that so you can use Adobe Connect. And once that is installed, it'll bring you to a page where you type your name and then hit connect. Once you connect, you will see the screen that is on this slide. A couple things to note about the screen that you'll see. On the left hand side in the white box, it'll show who is online and who is interacting in our online session. Below that is your webcam box. Once you select that, your webcam will turn on and you will be able to see what the class sees. And in the middle is share my screen. If we're doing any kind of presentations where you will show your work, you can click on that screen and it'll show the class your computer screen or your work, and you can discuss it at that time. A couple other features up in the top will be your microphone. You can turn that on and off, your audio, your webcam, and it'll show a list of, again, who's interacting with the class. One thing to note is if you are not talking, go ahead and mute your microphone so there's not a bunch of static. And Adobe Connect recommends that you have either internal microphone and webcam, or you need to purchase a external webcam or a headset with a microphone so you can interact. The reason why you should get on this early is to see if you do have the add-on that is necessary, and just to make sure that your equipment is going to be compatible with the Adobe Connect Online sessions. I want to take this time to thank you for watching this video. We'll have a great term, and I've said numerous times, don't ever hesitate to call if you're having any problems, or one of the times don't work for you. We'll get it all worked out. Pleasure to meet you, and look forward to our class discussions. Thank you.